Let's dive into some different games and just kind of the stories leading out of the weekend.
Bama.
The first story of the weekend, Bama looked like straight shit.
Everybody's hating on them too.
It was terrible. I really in my opinion, I thought the game was gonna go. I thought Bama was gonna maybe start out slow like all teams do. And then I thought they were going to kind of pick it up and run away with it. And it was completely the opposite. Bama had one good drive at the beginning of the game.
They led, didn't they? They led by 14-7.
It was
at one point.
And they just fell. They fell apart. Even Kirk Herbstreit, he even said, as average and lethargic as they could look, they looked lethargic. They looked like they didn't want to be there. The effort was terrible. Florida State looked by far like the better team. Florida State looked like they wanted to be there. Bama didn't. Bama's got to figure it out. They looked terrible.
They let them get ran through.
They were getting absolutely ran through. They straight up they got pushed around up front. No one pushes Bama around. Nobody pushes Bama around. And they got absolutely manhandled. Florida State ran for 230 yards. When's the last time you saw some teams put those type of numbers up on an Alabama defense?
Old Georgia?
Yeah, and I don't know what Bama's got to do. They got to figure it out. They got to find something because they looked even worse than just didn't play well. They were getting just out physical the whole game. They only ran the ball for 87 yards. They had no run game at all. I don't want to say that they're going to be terrible because I get it's the first game of the year. Any team can look bad first game of the year. But just looking at how they played absolutely terrible. And they got to figure it out, man.
They really need to win games. They have to win games at this point.
With
that first loss, they cannot fall back in any way. They have to get right, get left.
Just watching it, it was it felt like as the game went on, just they almost not. I don't want to say they quit, but it's just you kind of were are y'all gonna pick it up, or y'all gonna get some energy, or what? Because it looked bad. It looked really, really bad.
You blame the coaching?
I don't know yet. It just there was a lack of effort. And I don't know if that's a coaching thing or if that's just a player thing. We're used to seeing this team with Nick Saban and just the way that they play, the mentality that they play with. It didn't seem like they had the same thing.
I seen that one dude loafing. That one dude on defense loafing. So that might be a lot to do with it. Conditioning, maybe. A lot of people went down with cramps.
Yeah, you'll get that a lot in the beginning of the year, but you still gotta play hard. You still gotta play hard. Even if you gotta rotate bodies, guys coming in, you still gotta play hard. And they just didn't look like they really wanted to be there. They really didn't. Florida State. Is this a sign of how good they are, or is this just
they had one bad year last year because they were top 5 team the year before? They really got, I guess, heartbroken and couldn't do it last year. This year they have something to prove.
I wonder, I haven't looked at the numbers, but I wonder how many players that were on that team that almost went to the playoff. How many of those players are on this team?
Mm-hmm. Coaching staff same.
A lot of those guys are the same. Mike Norvell obviously still there, but because if there's a lot of guys that are still from that team that almost went to the playoff,
they got a lot of heat or
there's a lot of players on that team that could be we're not gone anywhere. We had one bad year.
Senior year, it could be their last year.
Yeah. So so how good is Florida State really? I'm now that they've done that to Bama, I'm excited to see what they are.
For them not to be ranked coming into the season.
Yeah, really. They weren't really expected to do that well.
How bad? What was their record last season?
2-10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Bad.
It was bad.
Bad.
After going 11-3?
11 and I think they were 13-0.
13-0. And they didn't make the. Oh wow.
So it just A lot of people probably thought they were just going to kind of lay down and die going against Bama, and they did the complete opposite. They looked clearly like the better team. They looked like they wanted it more. There was more effort. Like, Bama's got to figure it out, and I'm excited to see what Florida State's going to be because, I mean, if they're doing that, now they have confidence.
Do they become ranked?
Maybe.
I think they do.
If they become ranked, I think it could be a slight overreaction just because of this performance. I think.
Well, there's a lot of slots to fill. I think a lot of teams are.
There's going to be some movement. There's definitely going to be some movement. So they could get in, super, super high, at the bottom end of the top 25. But I would give it a couple weeks and then let's judge how good they really are because, I mean, they looked good. They came out and they were on fire and there was energy in the building and then they went out and put it on the field. It was really, really nice to see actually. So
what, Bama lose? Hell yeah.
I mean, I don't like the way Bama looks because I think they should be better than that. And I like Kalen DeBoer. He's a really good coach.
He had very little emotion during the game.
I mean, yeah,
and he looked like he didn't have it figured out, or somebody on his coaching staff didn't.
Like I'm sure, even for them, they're coming out and they know, like on paper, that they probably have the better team, and then when they go out and they don't play like it, that's frustrating, and then that leads into like frustration, like between players and. You're getting pushed around. So that's, fatigue and it slowly sucks the life out of you. And that's the one thing you don't want to be, when you're on the field. So
they were up though. I don't know.
I mean, they came out and looked all right. But after that first drive, they just did not look good. And they got to figure it out. They got to do something.
Ryan Williams got the concussion pretty early.
But he didn't even play well when he was in there. He didn't even really. You would have thought, feed him the football. He's probably the best player on the field. Feed him the football. And I just feel like they didn't involve him as much in the game plan early. And I don't know. They got to figure it out. They got to figure it out. So I mean.